Hi, my name is Gemma Rose and I am a trainee technician at North Power in Hamilton. I work in the electrical supply industry. It's a great environment for anyone to work and anyone to get started in. It's very different to what you would normally see and not many people know about it. So when you come in, it's like, oh, this is new, this is big, like, how does this work? And then you sit there and you're like, man, I really want to know this. And so it's a great industry to learn different things, to learn bigger things, and to just, broaden your knowledge. So the future of this industry is pretty much leading New Zealand into a more greener environment. So our renewable sources, the wind, the solar, more hydro. I would say the job is suitable for anyone that is maybe solution-based or even hands-on. You don't necessarily have to know all the answers, but it's a really great learning environment for anyone to join in on. There's a lot of building, so if you can follow instructions and build something from it, not flat packs, those are in a different sector. But if you are interested in computer work as well, as a trainee technician I spend a lot of time creating files, creating documents, and creating tests for certain protection on relays. Yes, so as long as you get your 8 hours done, you can come to work a little bit earlier, you can leave a little bit earlier to try and fit around trainings, but if your training's later in the day, then it's quite nice. If it's around 6 o'clock, it's like, usually I finish work about 4, I should get home about 4:30, depending on where you're working, obviously around the subs. But yeah, as long as you get home in time, then it doesn't really interfere with. If you think you might like it, and it's a path you wouldn't mind doing for a few years and then looking to upskill or go down a slightly different route, then start something and start from learning the basis, learning the industry, and then working your way up. So even if you don't necessarily like wiring, for instance, and you may not be that great at it, there are so many different options to do as well. Like there's the construction behind us, nuts and bolts, putting things together, taking things apart, there's droppers, and we'll go and have a look at some of it. It was a little bit hard, I will admit. Like certain people are they treat you slightly differently just because they're not used to having a female on site. And then they're like, oh, like how do I communicate with this person? So you're just quite clear about, hey, like I'm just another person, like you don't have to treat me differently. Like I will tell you my abilities, whether I can do something, whether I can't do something, and whether being very small is gonna make an impact. But it worked out well for me. I think you should give this career a go, just to learn something that I would say 90% of the country have no idea about. There's that small group that, like me, who sit here in a substation that does all this behind the scene work on our network with the transmission, substation, the lines, through to the distribution, that people don't realise are actually people. We come in, we do our jobs, and we're the ones that make sure that everyone else is able to do their jobs.